Alright, this is the Bake Shop oven baked clay from Walmart. You can get this at Walmart. Just gotta bake it for about 275 degrees in the oven for a few minutes. I ended up baking the head I create here for about 25 minutes altogether. And it's just the wire from the Dollar Tree. You're just gonna make a quick frame of the jaws. And the head of this worm is basically just the jaws. So there's going to be 4 jaws, a top jaw, a bottom jaw, and 2 side jaws. Try to use big wire to where you have a grip and some leverage on twisting it together. You can always just cut off the excess. And where I twisted it together on the front for the bottom jaw is where that jaw spike is going to be. So it gives them some structure to that. And then just take what you cut off, use that, make the side jaw. These don't have to be exact. You're not trying to shape these. These are just for support, sort of like a bone structure, just to sort of hold your jaws together. And your clay is what you'll sculpt and make into shape. I know it's a little hard to see. It's really hard working with the wire, trying to bend it and twist it. Make sure you give yourself some sticking out for leverage for twisting it, or it will really tear up your fingers. See, there's the 3, the top, the bottom, and the side. So now we just clip some more wire and we'll do the other side jaw. These little needle nose pliers are really good for doing wire work. Got them at Harbor Freight. Not too expensive. Same with the little wire cutters I have. And just roughly make the other side jaw about the same size as you have on the other one. And I have enough length for leverage, and I just cut off the excess. Here is pretty much your shape of your jaws, which is going to be the head of the worm. You just get your needle nose pliers and sort of pinch your wraps together, make them nice and tight. They might not move on you so much. And then if they're sort of still moving, you can do what I do is I basically get some hot glue and you'll coat it. But there's just the wire. 2 large top and bottom jaws and 2 small side jaws. So you can just use the hot glue in place on the where it's twisted together so it doesn't move on you. I went ahead and coated a real quick coat on all the wire, and it was just basically I could grip it a little bit better while I'm moving it around. And you don't have to do this, but just remember, if you do this and you're using the baked clay, that this is going to go in the oven, so the hot glue is going to melt, so you have to make sure that the clay that's around it is sealed and it doesn't leak out everywhere. So I had a little bit leak out on me, maybe 2 or 3 drops. But just roll you out a piece of clay after you have it nice and kneaded together, and then flatten it out about the size of the jaw that you're going to put it on, and then just press down the wire into the clay and then just roll it over. It's okay to have it when you roll it over, it's a little bubbly because that's like the gums for the teeth. And the way I'm shaping the jaws is basically around the teeth. because they'll sort of, the teeth will have protruding sockets that they go in. 4 large teeth on the bottom, and there'll be 5 large teeth on the top and 3 large teeth on the side jaws, and we'll sculpt them out of air dry clay. And then their smaller teeth will be put in there made by toothpicks, points of toothpicks, and also there'll be a lot of teeth in the middle of the side jaws. Don't spend too much time on the spike, because you're going to hit it and bend it and knock it around while you're shaping everything else. Or save that to really shape up for the last bit. Just got to blend it all together. Just a little bit of pressure with the tip of your finger and draw backwards, and that will blend this clay together real well. Don't worry about blending it too much right now. Just get all your jaws made and put together, and then we'll go back and we'll start shaping it and blending it together. And if you didn't use enough to blend in, I'll just pop you another piece of clay off, put it in there, and mash it together. And just keep repeating this process until you made all the jaws. For the top jaw, get you a little bit extra clay to make it a little bit thicker, because I'm going to sort of mound up like a hard spot, a hard mound on the top of the jaw, where it would look like it could be used for bashing. But, if you don't use enough, you can always add some, just blend it in. So after you got all your jaws done, there's still openings in the middle and the center and the back. Just get you a piece of clay, flatten it out, and then just put it in the center of the mouth and just sort of pull it back and blend it in, connecting all of the jaw pieces together. And then do the same thing on the back. Get you a little piece, flatten it out, maybe get you a little bit if there's some excess holes, and you can just sort of stuff in there to fill in the gaps, and then place the piece that you flattened out right on top, and then just join them all together with that. As you can see, it blends in really well. There's your basic structure. So now you're just going to go through and make sure it's all blended in. You don't have no cracks, no holes. I'm going to sort of shape it up a little bit. You're sort of molding the sides of the jaws to have those protruding sockets where those large teeth will be. Just start smoothing it out. Just got to work with it, take a little time with it. And start shaping the ends of your jaws for where you want your teeth, your large protruding teeth. And you just start shaping the top. I just got a rolled piece of clay and I put it on there because that's going to be a large protruding socket on the side of the jaw for a large tooth. Do that on this side and the next side. So we're going to have two large protruding back teeth. Just do the same thing on the other side. Just smooth it out. And start molding sort of some protruding sockets on the front of it. Sort of divot a little bit of it in. I have 3 protruding large teeth on the front of the top jaw. You need to add a little bit of clay to make it even. That's fine. You don't have to make it too even because remember this is something that beats itself against rock. It might have some deformities from scars or moving a tooth. And just constantly keep working with it, keep smoothing it out, blending it together. The more you blend it, the better, because the more you have a less likely of a chance to crack when you cook it. Just keep working with it, add clay where you need to. It has some big protruding sockets on the bottom jaw and the back also. There are other models of the purple worm, and it has more like a round circular mouth with a lot of little teeth in it. But I wanted to do the one with the 4 jaws that open up with some big teeth and then some small teeth in there. And just start shaping the top of your head. You see where I'm going around the center of the top jaw, and I'm making that sort of like protruding hard bone piece that will be there. Maybe used for smashing. Then I'm going to add bone coming off the back part of the head. Right here you can really see it just blending right in. Just enough pressure to pull the clay and blend it in to the rest of the clay. Just roll it. Roll your finger. Sort of blend it as best you can, and then you can shape it up. You want to make sure it's stuck on there so that it doesn't come off. You want to make sure it's blended real well. You have to get under the tip too. To do that, basically just get the side of your finger and just roll it. Just like this, just roll it with the side of your finger. Alright, just make sure you work with your head and make sure it's all blended together, no cracks and holes. And we're going to start doing with the teeth. And this is just air dry clay that I got from Walmart also. Just a little bit of air dry clay, 'cause it's just the teeth. We can form these real quick and you won't have to worry about it drying on you. When you're making this, you can throw it up on, hold it up to your jawbones you made. Make sure you're getting the size you want. I sort of bent it, gave it a little bit of an angle. I'm gonna make a bunch of these, sort of some smaller ones and big ones. Alright, so that's part 1, making the purple worm head. The next video is putting on the teeth and making the body. I'll see you there. If you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button. Like this video, share with your friends. Until next time, thanks for watching. The table calls. Keep gaming.